Scavenging Ooze is back. What's up, everybody? Rob here, back with another episode of me just kind of talking about stuff. And this episode is specifically about some M21 spoilers that I am so excited to try out in Stompy. So for people who have been watching this channel, they know that my pet deck in every format is mono green Stompy. I always try to make it work no matter what. I try to curve out with green creatures and beat down. And that's not going to change with this new set coming in. And if anything, I think it might increase. So let's get the obvious card out of the way. And that is the reprinting of Scavenging Ooze. When I saw this card spoiled, I was so goddamn excited because this is already a mainstay in Modern and Pioneer Stompy decks. It is main deck Graveyard Hate. It is main deck Life Gain. It is main deck just value, such value. When your creatures die, you can eat them, you can gain life. When your opponents need stuff in their graveyard, you can eat it. It serves such a good utility, and it's a 2/2 for 2. I mean, this card has such little downside that, I mean, having it in standard and historic for us arena players is huge. I mean, this card is probably not going to be a 4 of in these decks, but it is going to be such a important part to Stompy decks going forward in standard and historic that I am so damn excited for Scavenging Ooze to be back. Next up on the list, I want to talk about Garruk, who is traditionally the mono green planeswalker of choice. Lately, he's kind of taken a backseat to Vivian, who is just so goddamn good in Stompy decks. But I think with Garruk Unleashed, we might actually be able to find some common ground. You know, 2 and 2, 1 and 3, who knows? But this card is powerful. So the card has 3 loyalty abilities. I'm really only going to talk about the +1 and the -2 because those are the only ones we're really going to be using. The +1 is give target creature +3/+3 and trample until end of turn. Super basic, but huge. Trample. Trample, 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 +3/+3 and trample. This comes down on turn 4. You could already have something with 4 or 5 toughness by this point, and by toughness I mean power toughness. You know what I'm trying to say. It's a tough creature. And +3/+3 and trample, you are going to be doing so much damage, and it's a +1 ability. So that's just a lot of damage coming in hot. And then the -2 is you create a 3/3 beast, which is kind of Garruk's, his specialty. He just throws beasts out there, helps you build your board and get more creatures. But in this case, if you are trying to recover from, say, some removal, or probably not a sweeper because the clause reads, if your opponents control more creatures than you, put a loyalty counter on Garruk. So essentially you -2, you put a beast into play. If your opponent has like 4 creatures and you will have 3 now, you put a loyalty counter on Garruk. So essentially it's only a -1. And a -1 ability of getting a 3/3 on a 4-mana planeswalker is awesome. Once again, this Garruk, it's definitely playable, and I think once Vivian Archwell Ranger rotates out of standard, 100% Garruk is going to be your boy. He is going to be your 4-drop planeswalker. He's going to be that extra kind of value engine. And I think there's still room now. Just the fact that it gives your creatures +3/+3 and trample is so huge. Trample is so huge in these decks. When people are playing Cat Oven and they're playing Whisper Squads and stuff, like a 1/1. What? I mean, I'm coming in with a Gem Razor with 2 counters on it, +3/+3. So let's just run a scenario by here. We have a Stonecoil Serpent on turn 2 for 2. We Gem Razor that baby. We now have a 6/6. Turn 4, we play Garruk +3/+3. We are attacking for 9, not including the other damage we've already done. This can get out of control, and I am super excited to play Garruk, and you should be too. Another quick one I want to touch on is Spore Web Weaver, which is a 2G spider. It has protection from blue and reach, and whenever it's dealt damage, you gain 1 life and create a 1/1 green sapperling creature token. That's cool and all, but really, to me, this is if mono blue, like kind of your mono blue weenies flash annoying deck comes in, this could be a really good sideboard card. It is not great by any means, but it can block almost all the flyers, and it looks like there's a lot of really good spirits in M21, so you've got to be on the lookout for that as a potential deck. But I think this could just be, kind of a decent utility sideboard card. Nothing other than that. Another green card that I think has some main deck potential is Garruk's Harbinger. Now, Garruk's Harbinger is 1 GG, creature beast, hexproof from black. Whenever Garruk's Harbinger deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, look at that many cards from the top of your library. You may reveal a creature card or a Garruk planeswalker card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest of them on the bottom of your library in any random whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Value. You can draw cards, you can get your Garruks, you can get your creatures, and it's pro-black. So... not pro-black, hexproof and black, can't be hit by most common removal spells. Now this, I think, very well could be a new 3-drop. So right now we've got, I don't know, like 2 or 3 cards we kind of interchange in our 3-drop slot, but this is definitely going to be a role player in grindy, like Jund matchups. The ability to get more value from this card that's going to be very hard for our opponents to kill, I think is going to be really good, and I am 100% going to craft a shit ton of these for my arena account and try it out as fast as possible. And lastly, another reprint that I know is 100% going in every person's aggro green deck, going in just so many decks, and that is Heroic Intervention. For one, I am so happy that this got reprinted because in Pioneer, in paper, I really wanted some of these for a lot of my decks, and they're like $20 or $15 now, which is nuts. So having a brand new reprint is going to really bring the price down, which I'm super excited about. But basically, it's 1G, permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. This card is going to be so crucial. This card is going to be so crucial against just removal, sweepers, all that kinds of stuff. It's cheaply costed at 1G, and so basically you can like, by turn 3, you can just hold this in your hand and you know that those 4-mana sweepers are not going to blow you out, and you can keep beating down with your giant creatures that you can protect. And yeah, Heroic Intervention is going to be probably not a main deck card, but it is going to be such a good and important sideboard card that it is going to be just, you're going to run this in every single green deck you play. And I think in Stompy specifically, it is going to be super crucial, and I'm so goddamn happy that it is back. So those are just a handful of cards from M21 that I am so excited to try in our mono green Stompy deck. And Scavenging Ooze, Heroic Intervention, 100% going into our decks. So important, so powerful. But I am honestly the most excited about Garruk. I really want to see if Garruk has what it takes. I don't think just by first look that it's going to really take over for Vivian. But once Vivian rotates pretty soon, I think it's going to be one of the key players of the deck, and along with its Harbinger, hopefully keep Stompy a competitive strategy come rotation. Who knows? Thank you guys for watching. If you have any other cards you're excited about to try out in Stompy, let me know. If there's just other cards you're excited about, let me know. Please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and as always, thank you for watching.